Hi guys, I am back with another video and today I'm gonna be making Shazam from the new movie Shazam. So before we begin, things you're gonna need to make this action figure are flower making wires. They're these really thin wires to get from any arts and crafts store hopefully, or you can buy them on Amazon or any digital store around you. They're kind of useful, and you know that they make up the wire skeleton which is under this action figure. Then you need this Fevicryl molded. This is like really important because this is all the clay that I've put on it. It's technically not clay, it's dried up. It's M seal. The original version was used for plumbing, and then they made one for art. So we have this too, and then you have a cheaper one which is like half this price, is relatively cheaper too. So all that out of the way, let's begin with the M sealing. Now I'm gonna stop recording. Okay, voiceover time. I was gonna review the movie, but then I realized that I didn't watch the movie, so I'm just gonna go off from the trailers that I've watched till now. If you want to spoil the movie, okay, spoil it. I'm okay with that. So first of all, I like the trailers; they were amazing. The villain, Dr. Savannah, he looked nice. I was a little angry and a little disappointed that it wasn't Black Adam, but that's what everybody expected. And Dr. Savannah really broke the whole mold of the supervillain being exactly what the superhero is. Ignoring that, the sculpting on this guy was a medium sculpt, I guess. He was relatively easy to sculpt with with a simple body shape, and really easy to do it. I realized the fact that he didn't have abs on his suit in the trailers, and that was a little weird. But so I didn't sculpt them, and the chest that I made kind of got covered up because of the emblem that he had. I took the reference pictures for this guy from trailers that I watched. That was annoying. Screenshots everywhere. So I tried to sculpt abs, but then I realized, no abs. So as you can see, I really had to clear them out. The thighs were, simple. So were the calves. They were a little bulkier than a relative action figure, a normal action figure like Miles, which I made last video. Check that out if you want. My next action figure is most probably gonna be the Mark 85 Iron Man suit, which Iron Man's gonna be wearing in Infinity War Part 2 Endgame. Hopefully you know what that is. I might make his thunder something ionizing weapon that he has on his back. That was cool. And yes, back to Shazam. I really like the trailers. I didn't want to watch the movie. I didn't want to watch the movie, but then I saw him flossing, and that killed half my brain cells. So yeah, that's technically my sum up on this guy. I didn't sculpt the whole thing on camera because it's relatively easy, the face and everything. So voiceover me is gonna come back in the painting portion. Okay, at this point you'll have something that looks like this. It's completely white, and I've put masking tape on the legs and the arms to prevent paint from spilling onto the arms, because I'm gonna paint this golden, and red really doesn't work well with golden. I also put an emblem on his chest, which I'm gonna paint a thunder sign later. So just keep it back for now. And the paints I'm gonna be using are magenta, red, white, well, it's technically crimson, white, golden, and peach. And I'm going to use a black Sharpie for the hair. So that's about it. And let's begin with the painting. Okay, painting time. Painting was literally simple as everything, because it took a base coat of red to some of the major parts. The minor parts are covered with masking tape, and the emblem was really easy to paint over because golden really covers up well, covers red up nice, which I realized later. Yeah, that was it. I had a little bit of problem with the hair because the guy acting as Shazam has really weird hair in the movie. Except for that, everything was nice. And if you haven't noticed, I'm filming this in a different way. Usually, I do it from a different perspective, like a top down. This time, I'm doing a front view, and the background I'm using is my art kit, which I hand painted. That was a little annoying. I might post a photo on it on Instagram. Follow me at Instagram at HeyHeyUday. You have to, if you have an Instagram account. I'll follow you too. Nice. We do a follow for follow. Except for that, I did do magenta accents on this guy. If you can't see it in this because my camera's color balancing was off. The magenta accents really brought out the action figures details, and as he didn't have them in the movie, that's about it for the painting. Really nice, really simple. Loved it. At this point, you should have something like this, or something better than this, or worse. I don't know. I don't live with you. So the articulation on this guy is relatively cool. better than most of the other bulkier, bigger figures I've made. Legs can go out that far, back that far. Legs can go back that farther if you remove the cape, well, or just pull it back. He can do the splits. Legs can go sideways this far, not much because the belt. Arms can go out this far, back in. There's a bend at the elbow, bend at the knee, and there's a toe bend. Well, technically a bend at the foot, not a toe bend. As you can see, I've already crossed the articulation points of basic, really cheap action figures that you get from Marvel. The hood kind of moves. It's not really made to get on his head. It's just there as, I guess you can say, an accessory. The cape does move, and if you want a video on the cape, comment down in the comment section below. I will upload one. The cape is made using wires. I took a wire and put tape around it, so it kind of creates this really bendable and flexible cloth technically. But cloths are harder to paint with fabric paints. So you can go into any basic pose. I love this one. It's like a stormy, windy pose. The cape really comes into play in this one. Ignoring all that, my next action figure is most probably gonna be Mark 85 from the Endgame series, the Iron Man Mark 85 to be specific. And that's about it for this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't already, please do. And I do reply to most of my comments, and I will accept your suggestions if they're nice. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all the support I've been getting lately. Bye bye.